Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well out there today. It's an amazingly beautiful day here in Maine. I thought I'd just come in and get out of the blazing sun for a minute and do a video. Before I get into the main reason for the video, I wanted to talk about our friend, our buddy, our brother, Steve Carlson, who I'm sure everyone has heard by now. He lives in Michigan and was in that flood that happened when the two dams broke, and his basement was flooded with 6 feet of water, and he lost his entire record collection, all his CDs, his books, and his stereo equipment. Steve had thousands of amazing records. He has a great VC channel, which every Sunday morning I'm always out there. Can't wait for him to get online and watch his Sunday morning show, as well as he has a Thursday show also, I think it is. Or maybe it's Tuesday. Anyway, Steve lost everything. It's just like, I can't imagine losing everything that you've spent months and maybe years collecting and getting the right pressing and the cleaning it, make sure it's in good condition and getting in better copy and getting rid of the old, and everything he's gone through. It's just horrible. So there is a GoFundMe page people started. I did not put a link below because I don't know how to do that stuff. But I'm sure if you go to GoFundMe and look up Steve Carlson, you can find it, and I would urge people to please donate whatever they can, $5, $10. And if you can't do that, because I know we're all doing really hard times now with the pandemic, we're also starting an SCLT instead of a VCLT. Instead of a Vinyl Community Love Train, it's going to be a Steve Carlson Love Train. And we're all going to send him records. He's not quite ready yet, obviously, to get any packages. He has to obviously clean out the basement. I'm sure I would have to tear down all the sheetrock and insulation and redo it and rebuild the whole basement. But at some point in the future, we're all going to start sending him records. So I've pulled a couple. I know Brian from Shamrock Records has pulled some, and a number of different people have pulled some records out. So if you can, a couple of records from your collection, put them aside, and when the time is right, we'll get the address out there to people so we can flood Steve Carlson with records. That's the first bit of the video. And the next bit, the main reason for the video, is somehow, inexplicably, some way, I have no idea how it happened, I have ended up with 800 subs. How is that possible that I got 800 subs? I don't know, but that's what happened. I now have 800 subs. All right, enough of that. All right, so somehow I got 800 subs, which I have, like I said, I mean, when I started this channel, I was thinking I got 50 and 100 people watching, I'd be amazed. So to reach a mark of 800 subs is just beyond anything I could ever have imagined. I thought I'd do a quick history of my channel and why I did my channel to the people who have recently joined who may not have known this. I got a lot of new subscribers. So about 3 years ago, I guess it was, I started watching videos of record collectors, and someone put a video on and was bemoaning the fact of how expensive our hobby was, how every record was $30 and he couldn't afford to do it. I don't know how people get these big collections, and he went on and on and on about it. And I said, no, that's bullshit. I said, I don't spend that kind of money on my records. At that point, before we were all locked up in the houses, I was out shopping at Goodwill 2-3 times a week. I would go to thrift stores and etc., antique malls, etc., and I was not spending a lot of money on my records. My goal was to spend $5 or less on everything I had. At some point, I retired from my job, and my wife told me to get a hobby. So I took a booth at an antique mall here in Maine, and I started selling records. So then I started buying collections, and I would keep the good stuff myself and sell everything else. And of course, what's good for me is great for someone else, is not good for someone else, and vice versa. Something I don't like, someone else loves. So I've been able to sell stuff, make some money, and use that money to keep my collection going. And again, probably 90% of my records are $5 and under. So I'm going to have a contest today to celebrate my 800 subs. 800 subs. I didn't even look at the dates because I really wasn't paying attention, but I know June 1st is coming up. So why don't we do this on, why don't we run it a little over a month? We'll do it as July 1st is the cutoff date. So I have a whole month of June to enter, as well as the end of May. So we have like 6 weeks. I hope that's not too long. People forget about it. And because I'm the cheap and cheerful record collector, I just want you to show me 5 records or more that you've picked up really cheap and that mean a lot to you. They may be worth a lot also, which is fine, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is not how much they're worth. The main thing is how much they're worth to you. And you found them someplace special where you didn't expect it, and you love the record, and you just want to share it with us. So that's what I'm looking. 5 records. It could be up to 10 if you'd like. Something you bought really cheap that means a lot to you. I'll show you a couple of mine. I've probably shown some of these before, but I'll show them again. The first one is a Sonny Terry album, which I picked up at Goodwill for $1. It is on the Storyville label. Beautiful label. This is from Denmark. It was originally recorded in 1971. And that's the very cool Storyville label, which I love. And I was just shocked when I saw this at Goodwill. And it's in, I wouldn't not say pristine condition, but pretty damn close. And he does Digging My Potatoes, the Harmonica Blues, Easy Rider, Going Down Slow, Freight Train Rollin', Cousin John. I mean, great stuff. A couple of songs, he has Brandon McGee with him, and most of the songs actually, and then a couple of other people I don't know. But all titles recorded in Copenhagen, November 13th, 1971, or November 14th, 1971. So this was, again, $1 at Goodwill. I'm a big Sonny Terry fan. So that's my first one. Oh, there's the back if you're interested in the back, what it looks like. All right, so that's Sonny Terry. Next one I got, actually was at the same Goodwill. Where I live in Maine here, we have about 6 Goodwills within a half hour of my house. And they have on Tuesday, is Senior Citizen Day, 20% off. So Tuesday morning, I'm usually out there and I make the circuit of all the different Goodwills to see what's available. And then I'll stop back again during the week also, later on in the week. I found this one at the same Goodwill. Again, jaw-dropping. Couldn't believe I saw it there. And it's the Meters. And this is Sophisticated Sissy, Sissy Strut, Ease Back. And it's on the original Josie label. The yellow Josie. And first pressing of this, also in really clean condition. I knew of the Meters, but I wasn't really familiar with them. I knew the name, and I've been always looking for something by them. So when I saw this, I jumped all over it, and for $1, you can't go wrong. So there's the Meters, Sophisticated Sissy. Next one, again, another jaw-dropping find, another Goodwill, another $1 purchase. Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels, live, 1973, with Emmylou Harris. This is on Sierra Records. I can't remember if this is an original press or not, but it's certainly an early press. And I know they redid this recently for Record Store Day about a year or two ago. I'm glad I got the original. Again, in amazing condition. And I mean, who gives this stuff to Goodwill? No idea. So glad I found it. Really love this record. Fantastic. Graham Parsons live, 1971. Yeah, Emmylou Harris back in vocal in this, of course. Great album. Great album. Next one is a record a friend of mine gave me. He found it. They have a Goodwill by the pound store here in Maine, where you just bring it up and they weigh it and they charge you 30 cents a pound, whatever it happens to be. And I've gone there once or twice. It's pretty disgusting, but they have records, and they're usually stuff that's been in stores for a while and they can't get rid of it, to dump them there. How he found this record there, how it made it to there, I have no idea. But it is a absolute first pressing of Ornette Coleman, Shape of Jazz to Come. The Shape of Jazz to Come on Atlantic. It's the old Atlantic label, the original pressing. This is not in great shape. This one definitely has issues, but it's a fairly loud album. So when the band is cranking, you really don't hear the scratches and the clicks and pops all that much. This is one of my more expensive albums. This one's worth like $75, $80. And he's not a collector. He knows I am. He's a musician. He fixes, actually he's a lawyer, but he makes electric guitars and fixes violins and stuff as a hobby. And he knows I'm a big collector and I love jazz. So he was there and he saw it and grabbed it for me and just gave it to me. So Shape of Jazz to Come, Ornette Coleman. Fantastic record. Don Cherry, Charlie Hayden, and Billy Higgins. I don't know the date on this. I should have looked it up first, but I was remiss. And the last one I'm going to show is another Goodwill find. I was at Goodwill. They had nothing there. I'm going through the bins. It was empty. The guy comes reeling up with a cart, and in the cart there are a couple of records. He starts putting away some books. Okay, if I dig in the cart while you're putting away, sure, no problem. First thing I see sitting on top, Lady Sings the Blues, Billie Holiday, Verve, Japanese pressing. I don't know if you can see that. See that? There you go. Manufactured by Polydor KK Japan. I was, of course, shocked that someone would put to Goodwill a Verve Japanese pressing of Billie Holiday. And Billie Holiday is my, I think Patsy Cline and Billie Holiday are my two favorite female singers. They just put so much emotion into their songs. So that's my fifth one, is Billie Holiday Sings the Blues, Japanese pressing, which I picked up at Goodwill for. This one was, I think, $2. Wow. Okay, so that's the contest. Show me 5. All right, number 1, of course, you have to be a subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and then make a video showing me 5 records you bought inexpensively that really mean a lot to you. They may be worth a lot. Doesn't matter to me. What's the prize going to be? The prize is going to be a $50 gift certificate. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I finally said, you know what? Fuck Amazon. I don't need to do the Amazon gift certificate. You know what? The winner, I'll contact the winner, and you'll give me the name of a local record store in your town that you buy records from. And I'll contact them and get you a $50 gift certificate from a local store. I mean, people always say about buy local, but they always buy from Amazon. Screw Amazon. Jeff Bezos has enough of our money. He doesn't need any more. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a $50 gift certificate to your local store. Whoever the winner is, I'll get in touch with them and we'll figure it out. So that's what I want to do. Again, I can't believe I have 800 subscribers. I really appreciate everybody who takes the time out of their day to spend time with me and listen to me rant and rave about different things and records I have and all that kind of thing. I can't believe 800. It's just mind-boggling to me. If you have time and you have the money, please donate to Steve Carlson's GoFundMe page, or if you can't, put aside a couple of records for him, and we'll get back to people about where to send them and when to send records to Steve. Okay, that's what the VC is all about. It's a group of people, a real great community of people. Everybody's so nice in here. No one's snarking anybody else. No one's giving anybody a hard time about showing a record they don't like and how could you like that crap. No, nobody does that here, which I really love. Love all you guys. It's so great hearing from you. All the new people I've got, all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining. And like I said, the contest will run until July 1st. So it gives you plenty of time to find 5 records or more that you want to show. Make a quick video. Let me know on this video that you've made your entry, and I'll check it out and add you to the list. Okay? Until next time, everybody, peace.